Barbie continues to break records.
It does.
So it's projected to break 1 billion by this weekend.
Which we said one of this or Oppenheimer was going to break 1 billion.
It was strongly anticipated that one of them was going to do it.
Yeah.
I think I presumed Barbenheimer. Oppenheimer, because it was getting so much buzz. But I just think because of the part of the internet I'm on, I thought Oppenheimer was getting more buzz. But in reality, yeah, the marketing was for both of them. But Barbie's a much lower commitment for someone to go watch a film.
Well, yeah,
and also it seems a lot more fun.
Going into it, I was the same as you. Like, I think because we're so into our films and TV and stuff, like a Christopher Nolan film, Oppenheimer, it's getting all this buzz. Like, it's an incredible. Like, oh, this is just going to break records. And like, sure, Barbie is as well. But then when you think about it, actually, it's like Barbie as a brand reaches far wider than like Christopher Nolan and his films. And it's like, no matter how like great his, like Barbie as a brand is going to be like the mum that isn't that fussed about cinema. Is like, oh, Barbie film, sure, I'll take the kid. Like, it's just going to pull more people in. So it makes sense that that's the one that's like 100%. Skyrocketed.
But yeah, they've broken so many records. Oppenheimer and Barbie together had one of the best opening weekends ever.
Yeah, not a surprise.
Barbie had like the best Monday ever.
Wow. Okay.
It had one of the best second weekend drops of the year, if not the best second weekend drop of the year. It's just everyone loves it, and I mean, having seen it, I get it. There's no reason not to fucking love it. It's brilliant. It's funny. It's visually appealing. What's not to like? And you come out of a life lesson. Do you know what is really funny though? And I know we try not to get too political here, but we'll skate around it a little bit. The knee-jerk reaction was Barbie is too woke. Ignoring the fact that since the 70s or 60s, Barbie has always like Barbie went to the moon before women could have credit cards in America. That's just like, I'm not saying Barbie's perfect, but let's have some perspective. But the problem is, Barbie started doing so well that the "Go woke, go broke" slogan was struggling. and then the right had to start huffing on some real big copium. So they're like, but go woke, go broke. We said it's woke, it's not going broke. What's happening? So now the right are trying to claim it as theirs. I shit you not. People on the right-hand side of social media are now trying to do U-turns to try and claim it is actually an anti-woke film. And it is fucking hilarious.
Honestly,
because like a lot of the people who are trying to claim it's anti-woke hadn't previously come out and said it was woke, but you've got people going into their like tweets and it's like they're liking like Ben Shapiro tweets where he's like, "This is the most woke garbage ever," and then they're tweeting Barbie's a fantastic anti-woke film. It's like,
somebody's just hopping on bandwagons.
Yes, someone wants desperately for this to be for them, but it's not.
Yeah, there is one thing I saw a tweet about that someone actually made a very valid kind of concern after Barbenheimer.
Go on.
The success of this is going to try to be replicated.
Yeah, they're already trying to. Saw Patrol. That is 100% an industry plant. There is no way
it's gonna
a genuine human being has gone, oh yeah, Paw Patrol and Saw, that's going to be the next one. That is such a manufactured piece of shit.
This is the thing. You're going to get people in a boardroom going, the release of two polar opposite films was great. We should replicate this. And it's like, no, this only worked because actually it shouldn't have happened. They were both accidentally got like picked the same dates. And then I'm pretty sure Christopher Nolan wanted Barbie to like delay because he didn't want them to release.
Let's be clear here. It was not an accident these were released on the same dates. Christopher Nolan had a nasty breakup with Warner Brothers. He announced when his next film was coming out, and Warner Brothers went, "Fuck you," and they started to release Barbie. And
Yeah, it
then
wasn't.
unfortunately for them, the concept of Barbenheimer got so big, their marketing budget ended up helping Christopher Nolan,
Well, yeah,
which is
there's
comedy.
yeah, like so, yeah, they weren't planned to be like it wasn't a organized thing, and it's like I'm pretty sure Christopher Nolan even wanted them to delay it, but they were like no. And then people are like, oh well, the market, and then they're going to try and market it as well, but it's like Barbie did its own marketing campaign that then people like that was so big and successful that Barbie was like everywhere in every aspect of culture that people were like, oh yeah, and it's Barbenheimer, and then it's like the marketing team were like, wait, shit, this is a genius. This is genius. Let's just go with it. And then they went into it and it worked. You try and replicate that, everyone's going to go, this is the most fake shit. I don't care about Paw Patrol when I want to go see Saw. Like what?
Yeah.
Like it needs like this won't happen again. And if a
You
boardroom tries
need
and replicates it, it's just not gonna work.
you need two films that have general appeal, but while being on the complete opposite ends. Saw and Paw Patrol don't have general appeal.
No.
Saw is a horror film, and for a horror film franchise, it is wildly successful. Horror films are tiny, though. The biggest horror films will look at a $200 million budget and go, "I can make 8 films out of that,"
Yeah.
and they go and they make 300 million, and they don't break any records, but they go, "Well, we invested 25 million, we made 300 million, and we're going to make 100 of these, and they're all going to do the exact same."
Yeah.
And the studios go, brilliant. Horror films are such a safe bet in cinema because the people who work on horror films know how to get every penny and spend it wisely and make something that will make decent money.
Yeah. It's also like the reason like something like Saw and Paw Patrol, I'm not being funny. There's that like the audience doesn't intermix. Like at least Barbie and Oppenheimer, the age range of audiences will happily go see both. And it's like things like it's there's gonna be that's the first like there's gonna be others where they try to force this, and I think that's the only negative from this success is we're now gonna
Yes.
have to deal with studios thinking they're smart but they're not. But we've always dealt
Oh,
with that issue,
yeah.
so
We'll get onto studios thinking they're smart when they're not here in a minute.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, the concern of studios trying to manufacture the next Barbenheimer is real.
mm,
The problem is there are always the people on the internet who just want to be next to they just want the next cool big thing that everyone can get behind. So if
yeah,
enough bait accounts just tweet out Saw Patrol, Saw Patrol, Saw Patrol, you're gonna get enough internet weirdos who just have to be a part of something. Who are like, yeah, Saw Patrol, and they're gonna try and force it, which might mean that we can never have another Barbenheimer just because they're trying to force it constantly instead of just letting it happen organically.
yeah. It's I think the forced ones will get sniffed out very quickly by the internet. Um,
Yeah.
like it just won't get anywhere. So it'll be, but I mean, props to Barbie and Oppenheimer for like the success. Like it's been crazy to see.
Yeah. And I think it's actually been just good for cinema, full stop.
Oh yeah, 100%, definitely.
Um, and like they were both on. I mean, I know the Barbie marketing budget was insane, but I think
Yeah.
the actual film budgets weren't too bad, and that's all I really give a fuck about because they're going to spend the money on the marketing regardless. But the
Hmm.
fact that you've got all of these superstars and 2 films that I sat there and I was like, these are genuinely good films, and I think combined, both the films cost less than 300 million. I want to say Barbie was 170 budget and Oppenheimer was about 100.
I think Barbie was like 145.
Um, Barbie film budget. Yeah, 145.
Yeah.
And Oppenheimer, I believe, was about 100. Yeah, about 100. So yeah, less than 250 million for
And
these two
they've
films.
produced gold.
$250 million films. Let's go have a look at some other films that cost $250 million.
Um, the first hour of Avatar 2.
Okay, so for more than the budget of these 2 films, we can get The Little Mermaid 2023. Haven't seen it, can't comment.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm willing to sacrifice Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 for these two films. Thor Love and Thunder, absolutely.
Yeah.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever, absolutely. No Time to Die. Yeah, probably. Fate of Furious, yep, get it gone. Furious 7, get it gone. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a bit trickier. I probably still would let it go because that was 250 million in 2009 as well.
Damn.
Yeah, we're old.
I was more thinking of like the money back then, but cheers for reminding me I'm old again.
Beauty and the Beast 2017. Yeah, get it gone. Spider-Man 3. Get it gone. That was the worst Raimi film. They spent $258 million on that.
Oh, that was
The Lion King 2019. So not the original animated one.
Oh, the
Get it gone.
Weird one.
The live action where it's all CGI. Tangled. We can't get rid of that. Jenna would kill me. So Tangled is staying. So that cost 260 million.
That's
wild. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cost 70.
Yeah, but they don't have. They're not. Yeah, but look at the style of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They can whip those scenes up in no time because they don't have to look polished.
Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. Get it gone.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say this film, and you tell me if you've even heard of this film. I have. I don't know if you will have, because I don't even know how I know it. John Carter.
I feel like I've heard that name. Why do I know?
$164 million. 2012 sci-fi film based on A Princess of Mars.
John Carter. Okay, that's not what I
John
thought.
Carter's also another person.
I recognize it for the weird hippo gorilla things. I just recognize that creature.
Jurassic World Dominion, get it gone. Solo, a Star Wars story, get it gone.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, get it gone. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, get it gone. Multiverse of Madness, yeah, bye. The Last Jedi, goodbye. Justice League, goodbye. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Ooh. Okay, here's the thing. This did spend $50 million more though. I think if it was 250 million, I'd be able to let it go. But this costs 300 million. So we could get an Oppenheimer or Barbie and have $50 million left over.
Almost get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We could almost get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in there. So I think it's got to go. Avengers Infinity War, I'm not getting rid of.
No, I mean that budget was all for the
$2 billion.
It was also the budget needed to be there for the amount of actors that were in that.
And it did make like $2 billion nearly. So like it was a sound investment. Fast X, get it gone. Avatar, Way of the Water, get it gone.
What was the budget for Avatar?
Way of the Water, Avatar, Way of the Water, 350 million. You could have 2 Oppenheimers and a Barbie, and have $5 million left over. Yeah,
that's 100 million per hour.
Yeah, Avengers Endgame at 356. I'm going to keep that as well because that is the combination of 12 years.
Yeah, it's wild.
Okay, this one is definitely going. Avengers Age of Ultron was more expensive. 365. That can go. Pirates of the Caribbean, Stranger's Tide, gotta go.
Ultron was probably because of the actors.
Maybe. Rise of the Skywalker, gotta go. Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, got to go. Go on. Guess while we're here, most expensive film all time.
Most expensive film all time.
I can tell you how much it was if you think that might help.
Go on, how much?
447 million. We could get 3 Oppenheimers, a Barbie, and have $2 million left over.
For that, it's got to be either a Star Wars or it's fucking Avatar 1 or Lord of no, it can't be Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings were shoestring budgets, comparatively.
or is it? It's, why do I feel like it's a? Oh wait, it's not. Um, a DCEU film. No, Marvel film.
Force Awakens.
Oh, so it was Star
Which,
Wars. Okay,
which is, to be fair, the only decent one from that trilogy. But 447 million, how much did that make?
probably more than we realized, but
I
I
mean,
mean,
it definitely went positive. It made
prob-
like a billion,
I
I
bet
think.
you could get the whole original trilogy for that.
Oh, 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. But you see what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
this has just proved that on a reasonable budget, because it's not like these films didn't have superstars in them.
no,
The reason that Oppenheimer was a thing was because it felt like every A-lister in Hollywood was in Oppenheimer or Barbie.
yeah.
That was where the entire meme started.
It yeah, they've done a lot with a reasonable budget. It's
And yeah, don't
surprising.
get me wrong, they're still very expensive films. But when you look at the shit that's been pumped out, like Fast and Furious being in there 3 times for over $300 million budgets makes me want to commit crimes.
Well, I saw the baby oil.
Anyway, Barbie breaking records. Well done, Greta Gerwig. You're going to win a boatload of awards and you deserve them all.
And Oppenheimer is also going to win a bunch of awards.